with Miami, we're going to have to play a game called Do You Believe? Do you believe in Tua? I've been a pretty big Tua critic, and my case over and over again was like, I don't see it. He has to show me. Show me what makes you different. Show me the guy from college. In the first half, it looked like he was on his way to maybe getting benched by like week 4. He was bad, 2 picks. Yeah. Second half, not only were his receivers open, but there were a couple Tua moments. Like he had that spin move that he used to have in college, spun out of traffic that one time. There was some athleticism. He was hitting guys on a dime. And I don't know, it did feel like something was different. And now I'm a little more ready to believe that he might be decent.
Oh, I'm definitely a little more ready. But can I see one more game? Am I allowed to say I need to see one more game? I know he had 6 touchdown passes. I know it was a 28-3 comeback, but sometimes these games happen. Although the stat I read you shows that these never happen.
Right. It was a complete fluke.
Yeah. But, when Gesicki, they're down 21 points and he's like doing a dance all the way back to the sideline after score. I'm like, what the hell? What is going on with these? And don't forget, it was 35-14. It probably could have been worse. Didn't the Ravens fumble at the 1 yard line, up 7-0? Yeah. And then the Dolphins came right back and scored. And then the Ravens put it on them before blowing the lead. But I don't know. I just, this might be one of those, this is what happens with week 2, right? People are like, I'm going to hang back. I'm not going to bet a lot. I'm going to see what week 1 gives us. And then I'm going to be an expert based on week 1. And we just weren't. Like, the Dolphins just didn't show me nearly this much against the Patriots. Have just as much problems in the secondary, I think, as the Ravens.
Or the Patriots have a great defense. Maybe. That might be it too. I mean, the way they shut down Trubisky, he was never seen him struggle like that. Oh no, I've seen it 20 times. Here's the thing with Tua. I felt like the poise wasn't there. We talked about it on my Thursday pod compared to some of these other dudes where if it was within the first 2 seconds, it was fine. But if he was under pressure or he had to ad-lib, I just didn't see it. And today was the first game that he looked like the guy he was supposed to be in college. And there was a poise to him and a presence that was kind of what he was advertised to be before he got hurt in college. Now, I don't know whether that means there's some sort of breakthrough or the Ravens just completely fell apart and maybe we don't give enough credit to how hard it is to defend Tyreek and Waddle for an entire game. So we're going to know. But I will say I'm more receptive to the idea that you can win 11 games with Tua than I was a week ago.
I guess I am too.
There's a spot I couldn't figure out. I knew there was a playoff spot for Miami or Denver, and I couldn't figure out who was going to get it. Now, I had Cincy in there too, and maybe we'll talk about Cincy after the break. But,
yeah, we will.
But I think Miami is a playoff team. I think that if Tyreek and Waddle stay healthy, that combo is an asset in a way that I don't think a lot of teams have assets like that. Like Minnesota has Jefferson and Thielen, and we can go down. There's probably 7 teams that they stand out for some reason. Their speed is really fucking frightening when you're betting against it or playing against it. So
no doubt about it.
I had the Miami money line today, so I was rooting for it. But
you did?
I did. Wow. Well, I had that for an underdog parlay. I had Miami and Minnesota plus 450 in $1 million picks.
Interesting.
Lucky. Yeah, right. Pulled that out of my butthole.
Well, listen, there's now no score that they can't come back from, right? So that's great in the clubhouse, right? So yeah, could they win 11? They won 8 in a row last year, didn't they? Like we probably should be believers in them. They just got a little unlucky. So today they 100%. Like there's nothing better than what they put up today.
Do you believe in the 2-0 Giants?
All right, let me start by saying I had them at 8-9, right? So I probably thought they were going to be 1-1 at this point. I thought they were going to be a little better than everybody else did. But let's remember, they were at the same position with Joe Judge. They loved him. He was the savior. Parcells could learn a lot from Joe Judge. And then they fell in hate with him faster than anybody else. And they probably could have lost to Carolina. Let's see them beat a good team like the Dallas Cowboys next week. They're going to win. I don't want to say too much bad about them because they're going to be 3-0 after they beat my team next Monday night. But I don't believe they're a playoff team, but I still think they're about 8-9. Is that fair?
Yeah, that might be a tiny bit better than that. We'll see. A couple things. Dayball looks like the best coach hire of the year. there's a confidence and a swagger to him in the sideline that it has to be specific to the coach, especially compared to last year when they had Joe Judge, who I think is now a towel boy with the Patriots.
Yeah,
but there's definitely like a confidence to him. Like Daniel Jones stinks. If we were,
so how are we supposed to believe? What are we believing in then?
If we were ranking the 32 starting quarterbacks, he would be one of the 5 in the bottom, right? It would be him and Trubisky and a couple others.
Yeah, 5 or
and they
7,
were able to. They were able to navigate around him because Barkley's so good. I was really impressed by their pass rush. I thought they were swarming around, and I thought it felt like the Panthers were going to steal the game. I thought Baker actually played pretty well. He was under duress a lot, but I was really impressed by the D and by the fact that the Giants can move the chains when they need to.
Yeah, it was a pretty complete game, and it's a wonder when you watch a game that Barkley and McCaffrey are in, and neither of them get injured. Like, wow, this is really something else. This should put this in the archives. But I think that's the problem with the Giants. I always expect something bad to happen, injury-wise or falling apart or the team starting to hate the coach. So I pumped the brakes a little bit on this 2-0 Giants team, although there are winnable games. There are definitely winnable games on that schedule if you look at them.
And when we talked about their over-under, we talked about that was one of the cases for them was the schedule. And then you get a break like Dak getting hurt.
Yeah.
And now they catch Dak, a Dakless Cowboys in week 3. But listen, I thought last week I liked the Panthers. I thought they could have beaten the Browns. Browns hit a 59-yarder. This week they were in the game. It was 16-16. The Giants moved the chains. They moved down. They got the go-ahead field goal, and they got some stops. Cooper Rush, do you believe?
Yeah.
Oh, Ewing Theory, come on in. The committee is here. Listen, so you believe. You're into it.
I don't want to misspeak here. And he's not better than Dak Prescott, and there's no way I'm saying that right now. But there's a certain calmness to him when he has to lead the team. And
Cooper Rush.
Physically, Cooper Rush. Physically, he's not on par. And, like it is probably his field awareness and everything else is not the same. But there is some kind of, it's not as chaotic with him as it is with Dak. And I can't even explain it. And now people are going to give me shit for saying that Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott. And I'm not doing that. But I was confident that he could lead them to a field goal at the end.
I checked the Ewing Theory qualifications, and Dak checked 20 of the 20 boxes. No, it's just all of them. Like, you haven't won anything with him. He's overrated for what his actual impact is. And he was obviously pretty replaceable because some guy named Cooper Rush came in today and won the game for you. So
not the guy, Cooper Rush.
Romo seemed like he liked him.
Romo likes him. Romo took a big swing early on when they went for it on 4th and 2. He's like, you got to do that. Of course, I like this Mike McCarthy move. Cooper Rush is good. He's confident. Get him in there. He's not as bad as everyone said. Man, when you say he's not as bad as everyone says, like, oh,
yeah, it's tough.
You're talking to everyone, and he converted, and that was that. But I'm in love with this defense. I mean, we gave up 2 touchdowns total to Burrow and Brady, and only 1 through the air. So God bless.